Charlie Gasparino joining us now with more details on net neutrality and how the Biden administration is looking to lobby the very companies they're hoping to regulate. Charlie.
Now, you would think the Biden administration would be for net neutrality, right? The Trump administration was against it. The Obama administration implemented. Trump reversed it. Biden wants it. Net neutrality is a fancy way of saying that all internet, everything is equal on the internet. You can't throttle services for payment. It's to provide a net that is neutral to everybody, at least downloading stuff. It's very controversial. It's pretty complicated. But here's one of the unintended consequences of California doing its own net neutrality law. Apparently, in doing so, they ended this popular program, free service for veterans. It was some sort of a free service app that veterans were able to access. They couldn't access it because it was designed for veterans. Under the law specifically, it has to be open to everybody, not just veterans. Only veterans can engage in these free services, so they can't be used anymore. This is how weird it is. What we understand is that the Biden administration is trying to put the genie back in the bottle as we speak. What they're looking to do is jawbone telecom companies to figure out a workaround this weird quirk in this net neutrality law that's only in California. Again, it could be for the U.S. That still has to come once they get the FCC seated. And it's a guy named Tim Wu. If you know anything about Tim Wu, a longtime consumer advocate, proponent of net neutrality. He's out there lobbying the Tech Industry Association, what's known as the CTIA, basically telling them, figure something out on this because we're going to look like idiots supporting net neutrality while it screws over veterans. And this act is going on as we speak. Now, whether they can make the workaround, we don't know yet. We do know that it's the jawboning is going on right now. And if we find out exactly how they deal with this issue, I'll come back and report it. We should point out that Lydia Moynihan, who broke this story, my producer, actually had a very quick conversation with Tim Wu, where she asked him the questions and then he hung up on her. That's nice. CTIA declined to comment. Okay. We should point out Tim Wu said he's not commenting in a follow-up text that she sent him. But very fascinating stuff. It shows you there's a lot of moving pieces with this sort of crazy legislation. It's not all that it's meant to be. Net neutrality sounds good on one end, but there are unintended consequences on the other. This is one of them, as it is manifesting itself in California. And as you rightly reported, Cheryl, that net neutrality law I went into effect today, correct?
Yes, today.
Yeah. Back to you.
All right. No, Charlie Gasparino, thank you very much. Transparency should be the name of the game in that story as well. Charlie, thank you.
You got it.
Well, recovery looking like it is setting in. 684,000 Americans filing for